Okay, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Playbook. Today is going to be a fun topic. The worst she can say is not no. The worst she can say is yes. And I'll tell you why in this video. So basically, to give you some context, if you've been following the channel and the story about the one girl who was great over at the bank teller, I went back, right? I asked her out. I was like, hey, one more thing. If you're free, love to take you to get some coffee sometime. And she was like, oh yeah, let's do it. Cool. She seemed enthusiastic about it. Sounded like a yes to me. And so I gave her my card, gave her my number, because I know like them giving a customer like from the bank, like their number, personal information, get a little bit shady. So I was like, I'll take the edge off. Here's my card. So that happened. And that was about 30 hours ago. Nothing. Radio silence. I got nothing out here. Now, it is possible that, you give it 2 or 3 days. Maybe, it sounded like she worked like full time at the bank. So it could be she like doesn't want to in the morning because she's rushed, which I get that. She doesn't want to on her lunch break because you want to focus on lunch and letting your mind reset, which I get too. I work a job too. Totally get it. So there's only been one night so far out of the 3. So I'll give it till it is Thursday afternoon around 1:30 right now. I'll give it until Friday night, 12 a.m., midnight, right? If I still don't got nothing from that, because I said this weekend, right? And if I still don't got nothing till Friday night, nah, man. Nah. So I'm not giving up yet. But at the same time, percentages are going down. Odds are going down. I don't know. Maybe her phone died last night. Maybe she was too busy last night. Maybe she figured, I'll text him tomorrow. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. The plot thickens. If she gives me a text, the plot will thicken. It'll be interesting how this all pans out. Moving on. I give it, a 75-hour rule. If you get her number, 15. If you ask for her number and she gives it to you, I would say the sooner the better, but no later than 15. But if you give your number to her, I would say 75. 75, yeah. No, I'd give it a day. Well, 25. 25 and 75. Yep, I'll go with that. So, based on the 75, it's been about 30. So, there's still some time. Game's not over yet. And she did say yes. She did sound enthusiastic about it. So that's the context, right? Now into the bulk of the video. It's not the first time it's happened where I'll ask a girl out and she'll be like, all right, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, we should go grab some coffee. She'll be like, all right, that's cool. And so I get her number and then I text her. And then she's like, sorry, actually, I'm like too busy to go grab coffee. I'm like, you too busy to spend 1 hour with, bro, people way overcomplicate, like, bro, just getting something. It does not have to be a long time. It does not have to be a whole event. You can just go out, get a drink, talk for, a little bit, and then go on your way. It's literally less commitment than a credit card, man. Like, if you're too busy to go out, then your mental health probably isn't doing that well, to be honest. Or they're just making up excuses. But like, here's the thing. I would much rather take a rejection, because if they say, no, I'm not interested, or no, I got a boyfriend, or nah, I'm too busy. Even if they say I'm too busy, I'll take that as a hint, as a no, right? And then I'm like, great, cross them off. Boom, done. Don't have to think about you anymore. But whatever this is, this new thing the girls are doing, where a guy will ask him out and they'll say yeah, but when they really want to say is no, And they won't tell him that until like after he's it might be just a safety thing. But even then, just say, got a dude, man. Hey, I got him, man. And they're like, all right, that's fine. It's whatever. But they can't do that, can they? Apparently there's this theme, this stigma these days that if a girl accepts a date from a guy, he's gonna kill her. Like, I don't know. Sounds a bit drastic to me. But then again, I don't have a female psychology, so I can't really speak for them. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. In the Pacific Northwest, I mean, if you were in like, you know, some sketchy city like Detroit, I'd get it. New York, I'd get it. But like, I live like in a pretty safe state, bro. I don't think you really need to be worried about doing something dumb. The only dumb thing you're doing is just stringing the dude on. So if you ain't interested, just say no. For any of the viewers out there, if you ain't interested, just say no. Just move on. Just give them the peace of mind, and they can move on with their day. So I looked into it, and there's basically like 3 main reasons why this is. But there was one phenomenon that I was really interested in, that I was getting really into recently, and it is called Zeigarnik phenomenon or effect. And basically what this means is that your brain has a much harder time of letting go of unfinished tasks or things that have been started but have not finished yet. And in application to this, it wasn't a no. And so the task is not finished because she said it was a yes. So half of me is like planning for a date this weekend, and the other half of me is, planning for the next cold approach session and just moving on. It's still too early to say. I mean, if she would have just said no, I could have just moved on with my life. It would have been easy. I would have been like, well, at least I tried. And at the end of the day, I did. I mean, I did everything that I could. So something that I wrote in the game playbook, volume 1.2, was called the 100% express interest rate. Basically, if there's somebody that you want to ask out, you do everything that you can on your end to put that into effect, to start the ball rolling. Which is what I did. I hit him with a 1-2 punch. I went in the day before, took care of business, went in the next day, took care of business, and then asked her out in a calm, simple way. And she said yes. And so, I did everything that I could have. My appearance may not have been like the greatest, but then again, it was like in the morning. I don't think anybody's appearance is that great that early in the morning. The second half is, even if it wasn't that great, then like, would I really want to be going out with someone who's like not, he wasn't wearing this specific outfit at this specific time, I ain't going out with him, bro? That sounds like a control freak, bro. Could have been financial. I mean, she knew how much I made, but at the same time, if she had a problem with that, then she's probably like a gold digger or something. I don't need that. It's like, you only make this amount of money? Nah, it ain't gonna happen. I'm like, okay. It's like a pre-built vet. I mean, whatever it is, man. Maybe I dodged a bullet. Maybe I did. It's a pretty attractive bullet, though. But, bullet dodged is another day lived, another opportunity given later down the line. But it's spring break, so the campus is just deserted, like it was in Lubbock last week. I'm on a good run of bad luck, like Clint Black said. That's for sure. I'm not getting the opportunities, and the opportunities I am, they just flaking. But, there's a couple other reasons. If she doesn't get back to me, that's probably a good thing that she never does, because she said yes when she wanted to say no, which could lead to a mixed communication, which if we ended up actually, going out, would just be a headache, you know? It's like, are you free this day? She said yes, but what she actually meant was, nah, I ain't free that day. Like, bro, come on, man. You got to work with me. I'm trying to work with you here. You got to work with me here, man. Guess a lack of effort, too. I mean, I gave her my number. If you can't even put in the effort to text a number, hey, it's so-and-so from X, how you doing? Bro, if you can't even send a text, then I don't want you in my life at all. Now, what could I have done better? Could I have done anything better? I could have put a little bit more work into my appearance on the second run, because the first run, I was great, chilling, rocking. Second one was a little bit more casual. Maybe if I went in like with a little bit more like flair, not like too much, but just a little bit, maybe that would have helped. And secondly, that's what I should have done, man. I should have made her commit on the clothes, because she was already enthusiastic. She already said yeah. So if I had just like given her just a little bit more commitment on the clothes, I think I would have ended up in a much better position than I am right now. 30 hours out of 75 and still not hearing nothing. So got a little bit of work to do on the clothes. I want to get back out there, man, because it's a fun time, you know. It was a good rush. I'll give it that. It was a really good rush to find, to my surprise, when she said yeah. Like, because I mean, I've asked out a few girls this year so far, and a lot of them were like, "Nah, I'm too busy. Nah, I got a man. Nah, I'm not that interested." So to get a yeah, it's kind of rare already. If I just would have done better on the clothes. Man, I'm gonna kick myself for that. But if she was like genuinely interested, she would have used the number and would have been like, hey, this is so and so. So like I could have done better, she could have done better, and now I'm here making a video on why if she says yes, it's worse than a no because of the Zeigarnik Effect. Man, I tell you. Closure. It'd be nice to have it. A lot of girls don't like to give it. No, sir. They just like to string you along. Even if they did respond, it would take another day just to get a yes or a no on if this place and time works. They don't like to text, which is weird because they spend a lot of time on their phones, or so I've heard. There's more out there. I live in a town of like 250,000 people. Still got a lot more ground to cover. It was a cool one-off, though. It was a one-off. But it just sucks. I felt like we really connected. Then again, it could have been like that scene at Night at the Museum. Up here. Check it out.
Debbie? Can I call you Debbie? Because, I felt a connection when I entered this office, and I don't know, I feel like you did too.
I didn't feel a connection.
Yeah, you know, like, maybe she didn't feel a connection. She was at work. Maybe she was just putting on the front, you know? I get it. When I'm at work, I got to put on a front, too. And still everybody closes in that sweet 2 to 4 p.m. hours time slot. And then I'm just having fun, cooking it with my bros up there in the kitchen, man. That's what's up. It's like making some food, throwing it down, cracking jokes. That's a good time. Right after the lunch rush, right before the dinner rush, man, that's a good time. But in the lunch rush, man, it's just, hi, how you doing today? With that fake smile, you know what I'm saying? But, so it could have just been that. Maybe she's just a really good people person, and I just fell for it. Man, I fell for the manipulation and the tricks, bro. Fell for someone when they're at work, man. But if the 75 hours does hit and she still hasn't reached out, then I'll tally that onto the rejection count. You know, I said on that video about the rejection count that cashiers wouldn't count. But I mean, I meant that in more of a way like just don't go store spamming and just go up. Hey, I'm not actually buying anything here. I just want to ask you out real quick. Like, who's doing cold approaches to a bunch of cashiers? This is different. I actually like needed to go to the bank for legit reasons, and she was the teller there. And so like I had no intention of like her. I just needed to make a withdrawal, man. That was all I was doing. I didn't plan on going down this whole road that I am on today and yesterday and tomorrow. But I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you posted. Life goes on. Gotta move on. If it doesn't pan out, gotta move on. See you in the next video.